or
I think
2023,
I think it was towards the tail end of COVID that we brought you through the first house.
Right. Yeah. So we actually, I mean, for anybody watching this, we went through the entire process with Ryan, very patiently for probably in the vicinity of 9 months. Complete budget, complete architectural plans, everything. This was when there was almost free money from the bank, so interest rates were as close to zero as they've probably ever been. And then as they started to rise up, we became a little bit more uncomfortable. Credit to BVM that they were completely fine with that, and I think that's part of the reason that we ended up obviously going with BVM is Ryan was and family was completely willing to put in all that amount of work with no payoff at the end, and we reapproached it 2 years later, and that's when we actually completed the project.
Awesome. Awesome. No, that's great. So it sounds like you guys had that plan from the start to complete this home edition if you decided to stay in this exact property and house. Did you guys ever have a point where you were looking at other properties instead of doing this project, or did you always feel like you were going to do this project on this property?
I think the price of a house with 2 floors is quite expensive in this area. And then, we loved our backyard. Our neighbors are really great. And that's like, you never know what you're going to get with that. And we help each other out a lot. Like having a driveway was really important. So there's a lot of stuff at this house that were kind of check marks. We didn't want to leave sort of the school and all that kind of stuff for the kids. So we didn't actually, I don't remember anyway, Pete, but we never, I think, went into other homes.
No, I'd
In the
say
neighborhood.
yeah, like informally, casually, like many Torontonians, been on and off bit of a house sigma sort of junkie. So we were always extremely aware of what pricing was in our neighborhood, knowing that we wanted to stay in the same catchment area for our kids because we delayed moving so long. Our kids had pretty developed friend groups, sports teams, et cetera, et cetera. We really felt it was important because we have the ability to. It's not like we needed to move for work to try to stay within the same area or at least within a few similar square miles. And so we always had an idea of, oh, this house is up for this much, this house went for that much. But to Jaclyn's point, when it came down to it, we have excellent neighbors. This house, the property itself, still hit all of the buttons that we wanted, all the check marks. And then when you worked in everything, including all the friction costs of moving, the double land transfer in Toronto, tax implications, closing costs, real estate agent fees, et cetera, et cetera. It was within a margin between moving or actually building and getting the house that we wanted with all of the things that were important to us, that it was a negligible amount. And so at that point, we just decided, no, let's just go ahead and stay and rebuild.